So essentially, there are three concerned groups. There are those who want to abolish Native Hawaiian programs because they feel all Americans should be treated equally. There are those who support the bill because it will protect Native Hawaiian programs from lawsuits and could potentially lead to a settlement. And then there are those who feel the bill turns Hawaiians into an Indian tribe and thwarts Hawaii's claim to independence. There is also a fourth perspective emerging out of the legal analysis of Dr. Keanu Sai and other law scholars at the University of Hawaii at Manoa.
The Akaka Bill is completely irrelevant when you're dealing with Hawaii as a sovereign state.
Through his research, Sai has revealed the fact that the United States never acquired Hawaii's sovereignty.
For Hawaii, there were two attempts to transfer Hawaii's sovereignty by treaty, by a puppet government established by the United States ambassador assigned to Hawaii in 1893. But those two attempts to transfer Hawaii by treaty, a treaty of cession, not by conquest, failed because of political activism by Hawaiian nationals or Hawaiian subjects and the Queen. So those treaties were killed through political activism. What happened in 1898 was the Spanish-American War broke out, and the United States just enacted a law called a joint resolution and just seized Hawaii. Hawaii was not ceded, but was seized. We call that occupation in international law. So from 1898 till now, there is no evidence that Hawaii's sovereignty was transferred to the United States.
Based on Sai's legal analysis, all American laws since 1898 cannot and will not affect Hawaii's legal status as an independent country. That includes the Statehood Act of 1959 and the proposed Akaka Bill.
So the Akaka Bill is just another piece of American legislation that would have no effect in Hawaii if there's no treaty.
But some still feel that while the bill may have no legal effect on Hawaii's claim to independence, it will still have a genuine social effect on the way Hawaiians think about their identity.
I want to ask you this, does it really not matter? Look around. Look at the status of our people. Are you telling me that annexation and statehood did not have an impact? Are you telling me despite the fact, and I understand that annexation and statehood was illegal, but we got to remember, the truth means nothing to the criminal-minded. So I think Keanu Sai is missing a very important point, and that's the reality situation of our people.
Meanwhile, Napua and Kanoa also remain in perpetual disagreement.
It's an imaginary bubble.
It's not a bubble.
Like my sovereign kingdom exists around my aura.
I live in it every day.
I live that out too, but it's not changing. It's not changing society.
But honestly, like without this camera, I look at someone who loves you and who wants more for you. I see a lot more you could be doing in your life.
Yeah, because you look from the outside, you barely know what I do every day. We're not even that close, so I make like you know. That's what happens in all the discussions I've been a part of, and that's exactly why I feel the way I was saying, because I see that. That's where they go. Take it too personal. They start arguing about stupid stuff, and if you just, let something go and go, okay, I see where you're coming from, but I don't agree with that. But I'm not going to start cussing you out and saying you this kind of person or that. Character attacks. Then everybody jumps on that bandwagon, and then you see the whole discussion decay.
The future of two nations is no easy topic, especially for friends and families on warring sides. But these discussions need to take place despite the tears they bring. Regardless of whether Native Hawaiians want federal recognition or not, the Akaka Bill is likely on its way to President Obama's desk this spring. And unless America has the compassion to listen to each side of the story, the fate of Native Hawaiians has already been sealed.
I just hope and pray that the truth gets out there. And with the truth, people are going to make the right decisions.
Hawaiians are the only group that have not been recognized. So I think if this is America and it's about justice, then is there justice for Hawaiians? I would hope so. I would hope so.
in the end, we gotta trust the people because they gotta decide, you know. Whatever the future is, the people gotta decide. You just gotta lay out the facts, like educate them.
I feel compelled. And I've committed a few remaining years of my life to it. And to me, there's nothing more important.
As funny as this sounds, John Waihe'e had a very good quote. He said, the greatest enemy, even worse than the opposition, is indifference. This is our future we're talking about. This is the future of our children and their children. So do something, get involved, make a decision, take a position, educate, and look to your ancestors. In 1897, 38,000 of a 40,000 population of Kanaka Maoli voted against annexation. We have to continue that legacy. Look to your kupuna and ku'e, ku'e, ku'e. Resist.
With this issue, it's definitely important enough that the whole state of Hawaii should be making a stand. And not for or against, but they should be making a stand to educate everyone, not just the Native Hawaiians, because they won't be the only ones affected by some kind of decision like this. It's all of the residents of Hawaii. It affects all of us.
What is the price of justice? For too many years we've suffered in pain. They say